everyone, welcome back to my channel So Little Time, and my name is Karen. So I hope you're all doing really well, and thank you very much for joining me today. Today I am here to share with you my free sewing patterns that I've come across for So Frugal 2025. Now this is the sewing challenge that's been run by Ruan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl and Sam from Frugalissima, and I have taken part in it every single year that it has been running. It's been going for now maybe 5-6 years, I would say. I could be wrong, but I think it is been going for quite a while. I'm not going to be going through the rules and regulations with you for this challenge because I am quite late on in the vlog hop tour for this challenge, so I'm sure that you're all aware of what you need to do, and as it has been running for a number of years now, I'm sure that you've heard it over and over. But I absolutely love this challenge. Every year that I've taken part, I have managed to find something that I wear on a regular basis, and they are all still in my wardrobe getting lots of wear, so I always have been really happy with the free patterns that I've managed to find. And if you wanted to have a look at any of my previous makes, I do have a playlist on my channel for So Frugal, so you can have a look through that. And I think if you wanted to have a look through anybody else's videos, just of what they've been sharing, then I do believe that Ruan and Sam have a playlist on their channels as well, so you can check out all of the other vloggers and what they have been sharing up to date. So I'm basically going to be making one garment this year. Previous years I have made maybe 2, 3, that kind of thing, but the last couple of years, just because of my busy schedule, I've decided just to go with the one, and I am focusing specifically on a certain type of pattern as well, just to make things a little bit simpler for myself. So I really like to wear a sort of an overlay garment over the top of dresses and high-waisted jeans and trousers and that kind of thing. And I really do like the little sort of gilet jackets that are available to us. So depending on where you're from, this could be potentially called a vest pattern, and that has been called that in some of the patterns that I have found. So it's either a gilet or a vest basically, but essentially it's a little overlay to wear over the top of your normal everyday to day clothes, just to give you an extra layer of warmth during sort of the spring and autumn months, I would say, and on a cooler evening during the summer as well. So, and I really do like this style of garment. I have now made a couple of them, one being the I Am Heather vest, which is a hooded sort of zip up gilet style, and also I have made the new Craft House everyday waistcoat pattern, and I really do like that, and that's got the ties on which are optional. So I've been looking at those kind of style garments, and I have come across a few, and so I'm going to be sharing those with you today. And I have pulled out one fabric from my stash to enable me to make mine. Now I haven't actually made it yet, so I am quite late on in the month of March, and I haven't even got started, so I better get my skates on because I do want to share a reveal with you on the 31st of March. So I've written down the patterns that I've come across, and I'm going to do them in reverse order. So the first one that I'm going to be sharing with you is actually for a child. So you can make this for a girl or a boy, and it is a hooded vest tutorial, which is by twolittlehooligans.com, and I will link that in the description box below for you. I do believe that you are able to download this as a pattern, and then I think the instructions are specifically on the website, so you kind of have to follow it step by step on the website itself rather than printing the pattern instructions off, I believe anyway. This is for a child who is age 2T to 3T. I'm not 100% sure what that size range actually means, but they do advise you to measure the child, and this is very similar to the I Am Heather pattern that I've made for obviously an adult version of this. And it has a hood, it has a zip down the front, and I do believe that it is lined as well. And it looks a really, really cute little gilet. So I would highly recommend that, because the Heather gilet that I made for myself, I wear so much, to the point that actually the fabric that I ended up using for mine, the iridescentness has kind of disappeared, and it now looks a bit like a very light lilac colour. It looks very flat, so I'm not overly happy with that. But yeah, I do absolutely love that style of gilet, and I think children look really cute in it as well. So that's the first pattern. The second pattern that I've come across is actually available on YouTube. So this is like a self-drafted tutorial style video that tells you how to make it step by step and using measurements and that kind of thing. So it's actually a do-it-yourself reversible padded vest by the Essentials Club, who are on YouTube, and I'll link that down below for you as well. That kind of shape is very similar to the new Craft House everyday waistcoat, which I have previously made. I can't remember if this specific version has ties or not, but they are really easy to add if it's not on there. And it is one that you can make reversible, and it goes over sort of as a layering piece really, really nicely. I have been wearing my my version ever such a lot, so I would highly recommend that. And you don't even have to download anything, I don't believe. It is literally just a step-by-step tutorial on YouTube. The next one I came across is by Pearl Soho, and it's Kareen's Thread Quilted Vest, and this is actually a specific downloadable PDF and instructions as well. And again, this one is very similar to the new Craft House everyday waistcoat in its style, and I do believe that because it obviously is quilted, you will need to use batting in between the 2 layers of fabric to quilt it, and you quilt that yourself, unless you have pre-quilted fabric. Of course you could do that, because that's what I've done in the past, which makes it dead quick and dead easy to sew. So yeah, you just download that. I think you just click on a link to download the PDF pattern itself, and then for the instructions, I think you can download that as well, and you just have to go further down the page to find the link to click on to print them off, basically. I don't think you have to use the website itself to keep scrolling through the instructions. Then the next one that I have found is the one that I am planning to make. So this is by Sewing Therapy, and it's called the Hanbok vest. And this is completely downloadable in a form of the pattern that you print on A4 sheets and tape it together yourself. And you also download the instructions as well. You actually put them in the cart and then download them for free. And then they get sort of sent to you as a link, and then you can download them onto your computer or something like that. And I have actually printed mine off already, but I haven't actually had a chance to stick it together yet. But I don't think there's that many pages, because this is quite a cropped sort of little gilet, I would say. And there is also a YouTube video on a step-by-step tutorial on how to make it. And I think there is also a video just showing you the versions that the lady has made herself as well. And I think there may be 2 length options. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm sure looking at the hashtag on Instagram, which is hashtag Hanbokvest, I can see that a number of people have made this in the past for So Frugal, and I think there is 2 length options. That's what it looks like to me anyway, because certainly it looks longer on some people than others, and it's not just the fact that they've got a longer torso. I do believe there is 2 different lengths. So yeah, I'm going to be making that one. So the fabric that I've chosen for that, I'll share with you. I've just got one last pattern to talk to you about, but it's slightly different style to the rest that I've spoken to you about there. So this is the fabric that I've picked out of my stash, and I've had this for a number of years. This is a cotton poplin fabric, which I got from Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door, and I have had it a number of years now, and I did have the intention of making this into the Sew Over It shirt dress, vintage shirt dress I think it was, but I've now decided to go against that, because obviously I'm going to be using it for this challenge. And I do believe the Hanbok is reversible as well, and you just sort of use bias binding around the edging, as per a lot of the other gilets and vest patterns that are available to us. It doesn't tell you to quilt it, but I think that definitely is an option, and I am considering that, because I think it would be nice to have it just that slightly paddedness, really. I think I will probably use this on both the front and the back. I don't really have any other fabric that goes with it to make it a different colour on the reverse, but I would be fine with that. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, and I that would enable me to put a label on the inside, really, rather than make it reversible. But it's a cotton poplin fabric with a white background with these navy blue polka dots on. It's got like little dots in between as well, and I really like that. So I have got quite a bit, so I definitely think I'll have some left over to make something else with it. So that's my plan. So I need to get a wriggle on with it, because I've not even started yet, but I don't think it will take too long to make. I think it would be something you could potentially make in one evening if you aren't quilting the fabric. I think if you were to quilt some fabric, it might take you just a little bit longer. Then the last pattern that I came across was on the Mood Fabrics website, and this website has so many free patterns on there. If you've not gone on there before, I highly recommend it. And I came across the Valerie vest and Penelope pants set. So the Valerie vest is actually a bit more of a tailored style gilet. It is actually sleeveless, but it has a collar and a lapel, and then it crosses over at the front, and you do it up with a tie. And it's also paired with these wide leg trousers, which I think looks really, really nice and sophisticated, and something that would be really nice to wear on an evening, I don't know, maybe to a barbecue or something like that, with a little cami top underneath. I think it just looks stunning. And the pictures that they've got on the Mood Fabrics website. I think it's made out of a linen fabric and it's a really gorgeous colour as well. One that I'm definitely going to be downloading and hopefully making for myself in the future. Obviously I won't have time to make it for this challenge, but yeah, they just look really, really gorgeous. But it is just a slightly different style to the other gilet and vest patterns that I've shared with you today, but I couldn't not include it because it's just really, really lovely. So that's all of the patterns then that I found that took an interest in sort of for the gilet vest style patterns. So I hope that if you've been looking for anything like that, that I have helped you out a little bit, and I look forward to sharing my version with you. So I would like to do a reveal video on the 31st of March, so watch this space for that, and I will hopefully get this sorted over the next week because that's all I've really got left to do. But like I say, they are fairly a quick and easy sew. If you are quilting it, I'll probably say you just need an extra evening. And with regards to the bias bound edging, I will probably make my own sew in the same fabric to keep it completely frugal, because otherwise I would have to be using some bias binding, which, you know, to contrast with it, and I don't really have anything that contrasts with it, so I don't really want to be purchasing anything because obviously that's not the idea with this challenge. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you have found this video useful, and I will look forward to coming back to you in about a week's time then with my reveal video to show you my finished make. Take care everybody, thanks a lot, bye.